He glanced down at the sidewalk. Didn't go far, though, did she? No, she didn't. Did she ask for anyone? Not so's I heard. Anyone see her with anyone? Bad night. People stay off the street mostly. Some chemiheads maybe wander, but business gonna be slow. You know anyone around here who likes to cut? Plenty carry blades and stickers, white girl. His eyes rolled in amusement. Why you gonna carry if you ain't gonna use? Anybody just likes to cut, she repeated. Somebody who doesn't care about making a score. His grin spread again. The skull on his cheek seemed to nod with the movement. Everybody cares about making a score. Ain't you trying to? She accepted that. Who do you know around here who's out of a cage recently? His laugh was like mortar fire. Bet if you ask, don't I know anybody who ain't? And your money's done. All right. To his disappointment, she took a card rather than more tokens out of her pocket. There may be more if you hear anything I can use. Keep it in mind. You decide you want to earn a little extra shaking those little white tits, you let crack know. With this, he loped across the street with the surprising grace of an enormous black gazelle. Eve turned and went in to try her luck at the 5 Moons. The dive might have seen better days, but she doubted it. It was strictly a drinking establishment. No dancers, no screens, no video booths. The clientele who patronized the 5 Moons weren't there to socialize. From the smell that slapped Eve the moment she stepped through the door, burning off stomach lining was the order of the day. Even at this hour, the small square room was well populated. Silent drinkers stood at stingy pedestals, knocking back their poison of choice. Others huddled by the bar, closer to the bottles. Eve rated a few glances as she crossed the sticky floor. Then people got back to the business of serious drinking. The bartender was a droid, as most were, but she doubted this one had been programmed to listen cheerfully to the customers' hard luck stories. More likely an arm breaker, she mused, sizing it up as she sidled up to the bar. The manufacturers had given him the tilted eye, golden-skinned appearance of a mixed race. Unlike most of the drinkers, the droid didn't sport feathers or beads, but a plain white smock over a wrestler's body. Droids couldn't be bribed, she thought with some regret, and threats had to be both clever and logical.
Drink,
the droid demanded. His voice had a ping to it, a slight echo that indicated overdue maintenance problems. No. Eve wanted to keep her health. She showed her badge and had several customers shifting toward corners. There was a murder 2 nights ago.
Not in here.
But the victim was.
She was alive then.
At some signal Eve didn't catch, the droid took a smudged glass from a drinker mid-bar, poured some noxious-looking liquid into it, and slid it back. You were on duty.
I'm a 24/7,
he told her, indicating he was programmed for full operation without required rest or recharge periods. Did you ever see the victim before, in here, around the area?
No.
Who did she meet here?
No one.
Eve drummed her fingers on the cloudy surface of the bar. Okay, let's just make this simple. You tell me what time she came in, what she did, when she left, and how she left.
I am not required to maintain surveillance on the customers.
Right. Slowly, Eve rubbed a finger on the bar. When she lifted it, she pursed her lips at the smear of gunk staining the tip. I'm homicide, but I'm not required to overlook health violations. You know, I think if they called the censor bugs in here and they did a sweep, why, they'd be shocked. So shocked, they'd delete the liquor license. As threats went, she didn't think it was particularly clever, but it was logical. The droid took a moment to access the probabilities.
The woman came in at 0:16. She didn't drink. She left at 1:12, alone.
Did she speak to anyone?
She said nothing.
Was she looking for someone?
I didn't ask.
Eve lifted a brow. You observed her. Did it appear she was looking for someone?
It appeared, but she found no one.
But she stayed nearly an hour. What did she do?
Stood, looked, frowned, Checked her watch often. Left.
Did anyone follow her outside?
No.
Absently, Eve scrubbed her soiled finger on her jeans. Did she have an umbrella? The droid looked as surprised by the question as droids were capable of looking.
Yes. A purple one, the same color as her suit.
Did she leave with it?
Yes. It was raining.
Eve nodded, then worked her way through the bar, questioning unhappy customers. All she really wanted when she returned to Cop Central was a long shower. An hour in the 5 moons had left what felt like a thin layer of muck on her skin. Even her teeth, she thought, running her tongue over them. But the report came first. She swung into her office, then stopped, studying the wiry-haired man sitting at her desk plucking candied almonds from a bag. Nice work if you can get it. Feeney crossed the feet he'd propped on the edge of her desk. Good to see you, Dallas. You're a busy lady. Some of us cops actually work for a living. Others just play computer games all day. You should have taken my advice and worked on your comp skills. With more affection than annoyance, she knocked his feet from the desk and plopped her butt down in the vacated space. You just passing by? I've come to offer my services, old pal. Generously, he held out the bag of nuts. She munched and watched him. He had a hangdog face, one he had never bothered to have enhanced. Baggy eyes, the beginning of jowls, ears that were slightly too big for his head. She liked it just the way it was. Why? Well, I got 3 reasons. First, the commander made the unofficial request. Second, I had a lot of admiration for the prosecutor. Whitney called you? Unofficially, Feeney explained again. He thought that if you had someone with my outstanding skills working the data route with you, we'd tie this thing up faster. Never hurts to have a direct line to the Electronic Detection Division. She considered it, and because she knew Feeney's skills were indeed outstanding, she approved. Are you going to sign up on the case officially or unofficially? That's up to you. Then let's make it officially, Feeney. He grinned and winked. I figured you'd say that. The first thing I need you to do is run the victim's link. There's no record either on the log or on the security tapes that she had a visitor the night she was killed. So somebody called her, arranged a meet. Good as done. And I need a run on everybody she put away. Everybody? He interrupted, only slightly appalled. Everybody. Her face broke into sunny smiles. I figure you can do it in about half the time I could. I need relatives, loved ones, associates, too. Also cases in progress and pending. Jesus, Dallas. But he rolled his shoulders, flexed his fingers like a pianist about to play a concert. My wife's gonna miss me. Being married to a cop sucks, she said, patting his shoulder. Is that what Rourke says? She dropped her hand. We're not married. Feeney merely hummed in his throat. He enjoyed seeing Eve's quick frown, quick nerves. So, how's he doing? He's fine. He's in Australia. Her hands found their way into her pockets. He's fine. Uh-huh. Caught the 2 of you on the news a few weeks ago at some fancy do at the palace. You look real sharp in a dress, Dallas. She shifted uncomfortably, caught herself, and shrugged. I didn't know you took in the gossip channels. Love them, he said unrepentantly. Must be interesting, leading that high life. It has its moments, she muttered. Are we going to discuss my social life, Feeney, or investigate a murder? We'll have to make time to do both. He rose and stretched. I'll go run the check on the victim's link before I get started on the years of perps she put away. I'll be in touch. Feeney. When he turned at her door, she cocked her head. You said there were 3 reasons you wanted in. You only gave me 2. Number 3? I missed you, Dallas.